Hi, my name is Pelumi Abiola-Oseni, and I am a fashion designer and founder of the brand PAO Fashionz, a brand that is fashioned by faith. The first time I saw my mother's sewing machine, it was in the basement, in the corner, right in front of the laundry machine. And it was really intimidating. I just sat down, I was like, oh, this looks really interesting. So it has like an on switch, and then it just turns on, it's like, choo-choo. I think there's something moving back here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is how we're living in Pelumi. Mm-hmm. We were not born at this state. Oh, this is you. Oh. This is you.
Okay.
I've always been there for her and then encouraging her. Then, yeah, she's been great. So she's doing really, really good, and I keep encouraging her.
So my mom really shaped everything that I do because, first of all, she's my best friend. I always say that my mother is really, really my best friend. She encourages me in everything that I do. There's never been anything that I wanted to do that she's like, oh, you can't do that. If anything, she gives me the tools, even my dad as well. Like, they both give me the tools to be able to do the things that I enjoy doing.
Seeing my passion growing out from her, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And that is even giving me encouragement too, to be like, oh, me too, I can do this thing. I can find time out of my busy schedule. I can create time for myself in making things happen.
One, I'm very proud of all my daughters and my family. That is that.
Just want to get family.
Yeah, but I always show her that I like her achievements so far by way of encouraging her, telling her that, oh, I really appreciate what you are doing. I know the amount of hard work and the sacrifices you have put in to achieve this feat.
Sorry. Okay. PAO Fashionz is Pelumi Abiola-Oseni. I made it when I was like in 8th grade. I was not trying to be that creative. I was like, okay, initials, and then we just ran with it.
She started doing this at the age of 9 or 10 or so. She put interest in it, and then I like that.
Today we're going to be designing just an idea that's been floating around in my head with this fabric that I did for a show before, but I want to see how we can really bring it to life in a new way. And this is what the final design looks like. Now let's bring it to life. One of my favorite verses that God keeps bringing up when it comes to fashion is in Matthew, where he talks about the lilies and the grass. They neither worry about like what's going to happen to them, but they're clothed in beauty, you know? So how much more should you shouldn't worry about life, you know what I mean? So he clothes the lilies and he clothes the grass beautifully. The big vision for PAO Fashionz. Honestly, so there was a day where I was sitting on my bed and God gave me a vision to even start it. So before that, I didn't really have a vision for PAO Fashionz. I just was kind of making dresses when I needed them or things when I needed them. But the big vision for PAO Fashionz has to do with bringing the Bible to life. My faith really became real to me in my first year of university. I realized that, you know what? You can do life. Academics can't define you. The way you look can't define you. Validation externally can't define you, because all these things are fleeting. I got to a point where I was sitting on my bedroom floor and I was like, God, like, I don't know, all these things that I used to like have confidence in are fleeting.
So it's the last day of school. I've just gone through 3 of my last classes and I have 1 more to go. I'm really excited. This semester has been a journey, to say the least, but we're making it through.
School wasn't going the way I thought it would. Relationships weren't going the way I thought they would. And there was like a still small voice in that very moment that God was like, you're chasing all these things, and the whole time I've been chasing after you and you didn't even realize. And in that moment, I realized that the greatest love I could ever have was always with me the entire time. And he was like, I'm right here.
What we're doing tonight was just a thing called Tequila Loves. And that objective of tonight is basically to mobilize the church in Calgary to go out and serve the ones that are maybe living on the streets or don't know the gospel. These nights, when we do them throughout the year, are all about mobilizing the church.
I think what guides me the most in every situation is where it says, I think it's in Philippians, it says, cast your anxieties onto God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. And I think that's what's really been helping me. I'll be having all these thoughts, I'll be having all these things that I'm like worried about, but when I cast it on him, I say, hey God, I'm really worried about this. Hey God, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. He gives me his peace in return, and his peace is by remembering no matter what, you're in the palm of my hands. No matter what happens, I still got you. These things can fall through, it doesn't matter. I still have you, and I turn everything around for your good. And sometimes if I don't have enough strength to now pray for myself and do all this, I have friends and I have family.
These were commission designs that I've made. So this one is Ashoki material right over here. You can see that the it's just insane. The way that they make Ashoki material is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
A particularly difficult time I've had in fashion was this idea of doing. I had all these ideas in my head, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna execute any of them. I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Execution. A lot of the time we have all these ideas, all these things that we wanna do, but how are we gonna execute them? And to overcome that challenge of execution, I would say I learned to do the smallest thing.
As soon as I could hold the camera, she was kind of getting me to take pictures for her and stuff. She'd say, I'll go to Shoppers with you and I'll buy you those dollar candies if you just take 200 photos for me.
Yeah.
You know, I did feel like I was underpaying her a little, but that was all that I had. Remember, I was a child too. And then as soon as she got her camera in 2019, so I was about 9, I upped the price to $2. So, and she's never been like, oh, I don't want to do this or anything. She's always been very willing. $2? Honestly, the Bible says that the greatest person is the one who serves first, and then that's how they actually grow a lot. Seeing that her willingness to serve, because it's gonna lead to her doing even more than what I'm doing. Well, at the end of the day, she is my older sister, and everything she does, I look at it.
I always tell her that, look, failure is part of achieving one's goals in life. that failure is part of the process. That if somebody who has not failed will not have a story to tell tomorrow.
I always inspire her to keep going, because anytime she feels like it's overwhelming, I'll be like, no, you can do it. And I will always make sure she finishes to the end, because she will never give up.
Pelumi loves her community, whether that's her church community, her friends, her family. You can see in everything she does, especially when it comes to PAO Fashionz. Even if you notice, when you see models at Pelumi shows, those all are her friends. Like, they're not just like people she hired or people she got. Like, she always really takes the chance to, highlight her friends and, share the spotlight and just uplift others. And it's something really beautiful. Even when we see her modeling collections, that's her friends in the photos, right? Or just anything. And Pelumi is definitely someone, you can always come to for help, come to for guidance, come to for support. And I see it not only in PAO Fashionz, but even in her academic life, her personal life, just on a broader scale.
Is the posture good?
Walk it by faith, stunts like fashion by faith. Grace on the runway, light in my saints. PAO Fashionz, fashion by faith. PAO Fashionz, walk it by faith. Snap, snap, fashion by faith. Grace on the runway, light in my steps. PAO Fashionz, fashion by faith. Shine, move, breathe, God roll the thread. PAO Fashionz, fashion by faith. Shine, move, breathe, God roll the thread. PAO Fashionz, fashion by faith. Shine.